are the business. Two things, and I'm through. Number one, you got to live till you don't. Don't let anybody say anything to you, or don't let it have an effect on you that makes you so afraid you can't keep living and having fun. If you wake up in the morning, you want, have fun. The next thing I'm going to say, and I'm through with this, this is it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm the new guy in town here, and I just wanted to thank David and Kevin because they really, they brought me into this, and I appreciate all you guys for accepting what I brought to it because, what I had to talk about wasn't exactly, daisies and sunshine, and I wasn't sure how, people were going to respond to it, but I got a really good response, and I feel welcome, and I had a really good time doing this, and I'd gladly do it again. And I hope that I offered something that is useful to the whole event. Oh, I was going to say something, and I forgot what it was. Anyway, thank you all for letting me be a part of this.
Thank you, Walter Bosley, and you did, and the DVD's out there, and it will go for many years. People would listen to it and enjoy your lecture. And once again, they can get those DVDs, alchemyevent.com. Next week we will start selling it. And anybody here want to discuss about every time you talk about football games or beer, everybody out there love you and they will be all over you for a party. But then if you want to talk about truth and stuff we talked about, the whole world go against you, and it just becomes so hard, even the mind control. How can we even present this stuff to public next time or tomorrow we talk on anybody or on the air? How can we talk about this stuff and not getting that resistance from public, that they deny it, suddenly their mind shuts off to, you talk about certain issues. A gentleman out there, I don't see him here, he was telling me that the brain at some point shuts off and denies things. Say, I don't believe in this. So this is what we getting response out there. Sometimes we talk to public about this stuff, and they don't want to even hear about it. They just want to go to work, come back home, pay their bills, and they're very afraid. A lot of people didn't even put their names down to come here. They were very afraid of so many things, to be profile watched, or I think I never seen Americans past 30 years I've been here so afraid of even talking to each other about issues. People are going through a lot of fear. Are we supposed to live like this, in a fear that we can't even talk or discuss things in the most freest nation in the world, and even go to events or discuss matters which is most important to humanity, disclosure, or so many different issues we talk in this event about future of America, how we're going to build the nation after 2012, or what kind of humanity we want to have, how we're going to create a better future. Anyway, if people even afraid of discussing things, or even to, I bet you people that won't be, they would be even scared of listening to our talk, or they shut down and say, "Oh, these guys are crazy." What do you think? Who want to answer this question? No, about how can we go out there, present all this stuff to people without they shut down, they be mind controlled, their minds are, how can I put it together? It's like we have a resistance out there. If you talk about football games, you see 2 minutes, you have 10,000 people around you. Or you talk about MTV. or some news or something about some actress. But if you talk about this stuff, you can talk for hours, and then they look at you and say you're crazy.
Yeah, well, I don't mind that. To me, it's, you have to take it as a compliment sometimes. It's like you're not really doing this to be famous. You're not doing it to win everybody's approval. You're doing it because it's the truth. It's who you are, and you can stand alone in it, and it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. And I think just being proud of that, despite, the reaction that you get is really where it's at, because I mean, there's always that inner child or that place in us that wants approval, wants to be loved, and, can get very sensitive or even doubt, ourselves. And then we just find that, playing that game or playing that role or being in that position is so undermining and so terrible for the health that, I think there's a lot of liberation in saying, you know what, I really don't care, because you're eventually going to draw people that respect it. I mean, I get repelled by the lower chakra, the lower vibrations, and I walk the other way. It doesn't mean that I don't like them in a universal love kind of way, but I find that I'm going to exit because that's an uncomfortable energy for me. And and it's not that I mean, there is a level of integrity and higher consciousness in the truth that we share. So I know what I can't handle, and I respect that about me. And if they can't handle it, I respect and have compassion for the challenges that they're up against and the fact that they've been programmed. And all I find myself doing is to just, share a bit of love and a bit of compassion, and to talk to that place in them that is hiding in themselves, and to empower that by not paying attention to the stuff that bothers me. I might not partake in it, but I'm not going to hold them to it. I'm going to hold them to the truth I see in them and the light I see in them, and hope that eventually it'll wake up in them. I don't have to partake in it, but I'm not going to hold it and brand them, because I think that that's a judgment that they don't need to carry, because it only empowers the very thing that they need to wake up from.
I think that, to quote my friend Ed Grimsley, it's better to be a little crazy than really dumb. And so the labels really don't mean anything. I mean, you're looking at those of us up here. We're not here as a hobby, or it's not just a lark for us. We're focused on our life's mission, and we're standing in our truth as we know it and believe it, and we are being authentic. And I think when that is your foundation, let the people say what they want. Let them walk away. It doesn't matter. And the ones that do stop to listen and connect with us are seeing an example that empowers them to give themselves permission to be who they truly are, and to break away from the mainstream conditioning that has gotten us to this place that there has to be a part of the population standing up and saying, hey, this is truth. Listen if you choose. And that's what you get at an event like this. And so, just to stay dedicated to what we know is true, and to keep putting it out there, and keep putting it out there, and keep putting it out there, and know that that's what's right. That's what's right, and that feels right, and we feel it inside of ourselves.